Hello and welcome to Rawk Radio, episode 16. This is your host, NPR, followed by John, the co-host, checking mic number 2. Hey, what's going on? And checking mic number 3, Matt Dwyer in the house tonight. Hello, yes, what's going on? Hello, I'm the guest tonight. What's going on, guest tonight? That's 17. That was the 7. And Dr. Sleep, are you there? Dr. Sleep, hello. Episode 16, we have a Reindl shot.
This is what dreams are made of, man.
Clips up. Or keep tweeting. Your tweets were great. You were doing great.
Yeah, I love the practice space vibe and shit.
What's up, man?
It's been so long.
Yeah, dude, this is it, dude. This is where we operate.
Yeah. Actually, the last time we saw each other was fucking 2015. So,
Dude,
yeah, it's crazy.
that's wild, man.
But yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, we're good to go. Yeah, let's get the mics going and then we can start whenever.
Yeah.
So do we just pick whichever mic?
You can pick one.
Yeah.
You can pick a regular, you can pick UV light is really effective.
Eyes in a certain spectrum of light.
Yeah, no, it does. All
You guys
my
are hearing
ears,
the
everything
headphones?
does.
Tell you what.
Oh, your headphones working.
Check. Hello. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you sound great,
Check,
man.
check, yep.
Check, check.
This
Cool.
is just a random quote we could just drop on the ground for now.
Dude, I love this this podcast setup where everyone is responsible for holding their own microphone.
Yeah, dude.
It's like
We
very.
used to make
We
people
could get
bring
like
their
our
own
own
chairs
mics, but
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Did you
that's-
make people bring their own chairs?
Well, you didn't have that.
You can scoot this way if you want.
We
You know,
got
that's
where
that wrong
John's gonna
winter
show up.
when people used to claim their parking spots with the chairs.
Right.
Free chairs.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's just
dude, the reason this show even started was because of a microphone.
That
Like
way.
literally, I was at Lost Eras
Yeah.
with my girlfriend. You ever been to Lost Eras, like that antique and thrift
I don't think I have.
shop? It's like right outside Wrigleyville, around that area, Boys Town. But
Spark.
I saw this and it was just like up on the shelf for like $60 or something, and I looked it up and like the
Yeah.
retail price online was like $300. And I was like, that's inspiring.
Yeah, that's a cool
And I
microphone,
bought
too.
it, and I was like, dude, I'm fucking starting
I mean,
a
literally, it's
podcast.
like a radio microphone.
I was
Yeah.
like,
It's not the one they have at like Wrigley Field for like those announcers.
yeah.
That is the kind of microphone
Yeah.
that would make you start a podcast.
It is, yeah, it really. And I was just like, dude, I'm buying this microphone and I'm going to start a podcast. And then for a couple days, I was thinking, well, what am I going to do? Like, I want to do a podcast. I want to talk to
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
But what's going to be my thing?
Right.
And then I remember Dead as Rock, which was an old band name I used to have before Thematic, or around Thematic, but it was like the idea of a band name. And I was like, I liked the way it was spelled though. And I was like, oh, rock talk, oh, rock radio. And then I was like, oh, and perfect, because it'll
Right,
be about
right.
music.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, how am I going to do that? Make the guests write a song, like
Yeah.
every fucking episode.
Oh, is that
Whoever's
the
like,
thing?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the catch
Oh,
is
shit,
like
yeah.
we hang out, we talk, and then we create a song together.
Oh, hell yeah, that's
and
awesome.
then it was like awesome because it's like so many people I've wanted to work with in the past. It's like finally brings us together, and like we
Yeah.
actually get to make a product or a song or just like
Dude,
have
that's
people
tight as
feature.
fuck. I thought we were
And,
just
like-
gonna like talk and hang out, but
I mean, we're
dude,
gonna
that's
talk.
awesome.
We're gonna be talking heavy on a lot going on, but that's the thing. We just get together and
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
and get a track, make something together.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was Rock Radio. Then me and John just were like, yeah, let's do it. We actually showed up for 2 weeks in a row in a room by
Got the
ourselves.
shark
And then
the logo.
and the first 2 episodes, I was running it out of my Mac Pro.
Oh, yeah.
So I had the big giant computer just
Yeah.
like sitting right here.
Yeah.
Like in the middle. It was basically like the main character of the podcast.
Well, I would say that microphone is definitely like up there
Yeah.
in terms of main characters of the podcast. That thing's fucking badass, dude. Like,
Thanks, bro. Yeah.
It's funny because I too have had a dream of starting a podcast for a long time. Like
Yeah, which one is him?
Seb
Alex. Yeah, turn it up. There you go.
oh check.
There we
Hello.
go. Yeah, that sounds
Nice.
good.
Yeah, and like, but I always wanted to do like a history podcast because I love, like, I'm obsessed.
Like hardcore history.
Yeah, like
Dan
that.
Carlin,
I
yeah.
like Dan Carlin. My favorite history podcaster ever is this guy named Mike Duncan. He did the History of Rome podcast, and it's like 170 episodes or whatever. He goes through the entire history of Rome.
It's amazing.
Which is
Yeah.
pretty badass. Then he has another one called Revolutions, where he it's more episodic. Where like the first series is like 13 episodes on the English Revolution or Civil War, and then he does one on the French Revolution. All these different revolutions, And he's really good just because he's like super conversational, you know, like he makes it really interesting.
Does he have like a co-host, or is he
No,
just
it's
doing
just
it
him.
like
He like writes the episodes and then just basically reads them. Now he's actually turned his podcast career into becoming an author. He wrote a book and then like an audio book. Yeah, he's a badass.
That's so
It's
sick.
just well planned out.
Yeah,
that is.
And that just introduced me to all these other like history podcasters. There's like a whole community of people, and they have like a Discord and shit. But I just never like got around to it because I kept thinking like the same problem you have. You're like, what's my thing gonna be?
Yeah.
I'm like, what do I want to cover in terms of history? Because obviously that's like
a lot of it.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, what's a piece like
Yeah.
Rome like that you're kind of really interested
Yeah,
in?
well, so my idea, I had a couple different ideas. One of them, man, I can't even remember what it is now, but something to do with like, I don't even know, like civil wars or something. I can't remember
Why not just
exactly
start
what it
with
was
Civil
going to
War?
be. That was my first idea, was to do like an American Civil War podcast, because there isn't one. Like I've looked for one, and there isn't. And
I mean, isn't it like, it was so brutal, like the amount of
yeah, it was
carnage.
crazy.
It was
Yeah.
almost like up there with World War I or World War II, if not worse.
Yeah, honestly, like given the time period and like the different population levels, it probably was. But like especially because it was American on American. I remember reading in a book that there was like more American casualties in the Civil War than in every other war that America has fought in since then.
You mean like friendly fire?
Yeah, no, just well, I
The
mean,
war.
it was all friendly fire because it's like your enemies are Americans. Like, you know, I mean, well, they weren't. They were Confederate States of America, but they had been Americans up to that point. But
Holy shit.
yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, I always was interested in the Civil War. Like, my other band, Shiloh, was named after a book about a Civil War battle.
Is that
So-
what it was?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
dude.
But yeah, man.
I'm gonna bring that back up.
Where
before
was that battle?
Yeah.
Oh, you're bringing it back up. Okay.
Yeah,
when we officially start.
We can plant a flag, as Sam Harris always
yeah.
says.
Oh, you listen to
Good old
Making
Sam.
Sense?
Yeah, Making Sense, that's what it's called now. Honestly, I don't keep up with it much, but like 3 years ago, I was super into Sam Harris, because I was working as a dishwasher. My life was just fucking bad, but like better
Sam
than
can
it
help you
had
out.
been.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sam was there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool, man. Well, Godspeed. You guys want to get started?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically it's about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Like sometimes we'll go longer, and then after that we'll break away, do a song, and then
Alright. Sounds good.
we do a roundup and shit.
I'm here for it. I'll let you take the lead.
Yeah. All right, hello and welcome to Rawk Radio episode 16. We are here. John is here, our co-host. This is your main host, NPR, Michael Patrick Russell. Matt, the drummer's in the house tonight.
That's right.
Ready to throw down on some beats. So this episode, we actually do have the drums ready to get mic'd up because we are not holding back. We're
Very nice.
gonna rock out fully. But without further ado, our guest tonight, someone that I've known for quite a few years now, man. Just a magic man of sorts, and magic man in the DIY shine community for sure, man. And your work ethic is just insane with the amount of music you pump out and bands you've been in, and supporting the local, rock scene in general has just been incredible, man. But yeah, man.
Well, that makes me feel really good to
Alex.
hear. Yeah. Oh, sorry. You got to introduce my name.
That's you, man.
Yeah.
You're here. You're on
I am
Rock
here.
Radio.
And your main project is Old Joy.
Old Joy.
Old Joy.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
a
great
name.
Old Joy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
New tape
Trash Your
out.
Life. We got the tape right here.
I love the
It's
tape.
out right now. Old Joy, Trash Your Life on Bandcamp.
Out on
Everywhere,
Bandcamp.
right?
Out
Basically.
on Bandcamp. I think we had
And,
a guest.
Sorry,
late.
Mr. Glines is here.
Yeah,
So hold on,
just
we're
in
gonna break
time.
away. We're gonna come right back. So it's really messy. Like if you watched any of them, they're all over the
Yeah.
fucking place.
Yeah.
And
I only
clip
saw the
it
last
out.
one that he did.
With my sister.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I thought it was fucking odd. That's what
It's
made me
like-
want to come out. I was like, this looks fun as fuck, dude.
That song.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm late.
What's up, dude?
Oh, you're good, man. We all are distracted. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, sometimes I'll just throw in like 2 or 3 intros and just splice it together.
Yeah.
We still are working on an excellent blooper video because we fuck it up so many times. So the levels are, I'm always swearing, or like there's always a microphone that's off. And
should we move the camera down a bit, or is that?
What do you think?
I don't know. I feel
Absolutely.
like I feel
It
a little
helps
small, but I'm not sure what the.
Did you bring the camera stick?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
There we go.
Oh, you got it on the music stand, dude.
Yeah.
That's how we started.
When we're missing equipment, we just go back to default. That's how we started the show.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's badass.
Yeah, we were just using that music stand for like ever,
Oh,
dude.
can I vape in here?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
a tobacco
Yeah.
vape?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
nicotine, not
That's why we got the room with the
That's right.
windows, man.
Yeah.
This way. And so you hit me. Yeah, so like, yeah, there you go. So, that was nice. Yeah, that was great. Can you stop and then record again?
Here we go.
Welcome
to Rawk Radio, episode 16. This is your host, MPR, Michael Patrick Russell, coming at you live, followed by...
This is your co-host, John.
Yes, that's right.
Here we go.
The drummer.
At the drummer is here tonight. Dr. Sleep in the house. What's up? And ladies and gentlemen, the Milkman.
The Milkman.
Introduce your full name.
I'm not sure if I really can own up to the Milkman, but
But you've been delivering
I've
milk in a way to Chicago, throughout the Chicagoland.
I've
What a
delivered,
compliment. Yeah.
You've really been,
I've delivered a
big
couple
supporter
ice
of
cold
that.
bottles. Let's just say
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, my name is Alex. It's really nice to be here with you guys.
You can share your last name
Yeah.
too if you want. It's totally up to you because
Reindl. Yeah, it's a weird last name.
Yeah.
German, strange, you know.
I love it, man. It's a sick name, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I know you as
People-
Alex
Yeah.
or Ace. I think I've heard that a few times.
Yeah, people call me Ace.
in the DIY shy community.
I really, for a long time,
the Milkman.
I tried to get Big Al to catch on. Like Big Al.
Big Al. That's what we should
Big
title
Al.
the episode. Big Al.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it Big L. Yeah.
For real, at every
Big
open
Al.
mic night, like Gal Cab or whatever, I would always sign up as Big Al because I just love people being like, no, Big Al. I just walk up and I'm like this tiny fucking.
That's so epic, dude.
But,
Dude,
yeah.
I think the first time I met you was it when you were Tommy Noor? Shout out to Tommy, homie,
Tommy,
and the Jollies
down in
Wait,
Florida.
are they still playing?
No, Tommy moved to Florida. He's getting married, actually.
I know. Congratulations,
Yeah,
Tommy.
congratulations,
Shout out
Tommy.
to. Yeah, man. But I think I met him with Tommy.
Yeah,
the first time.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And that was you were really heavy on the I think Shiloh was playing
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
back then. Like you guys were going hard to the
Yeah.
paint.
Yeah.
Shout out to that band.
Yeah.
Was that your first rock project?
No, it wasn't actually. But that was like the first like real band.
Okay.
That like did real shit. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. I was in a band with the other guitar player of Shiloh, Ryan Hoagie Wesley Ensley.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hoagie, I guess.
Shout out, man.
But yeah, we had been in a band back in high school together called Deathbed Conversion. Which,
That's a nice name.
Yeah, I take credit for the name, but that's about it. That band was like, it was crazy. I don't even know what to call it. It was like thrash pop, I guess, because it's like
Sounds
That's
amazing.
right up our alley.
Yeah, we didn't like really know how to write songs, so we just like wrote Ryan, I should say, wrote these like insane strings of riffs that just had nothing to do with each other and didn't really make any sense, but we would just jam them together and be like, all right, let's shred.
That's
Sounds
awesome.
like some
I
of our
like
favorite
that,
songs.
man. That's-
Blues
that's
Brothers on
very-
PCP.
yeah.
Sounds like some of our old
I was
songs.
always
Yeah.
trying to get him to like do like acoustic, like pussy folk shit, you know. I'm sorry, but like because that was what I was into. I was like into Bright Eyes and Elliott Smith and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he was too, but like I guess we just like didn't have the confidence as a band to do that. But then that's where Shiloh came in. So like, a couple of years after that, we were like, all right, we're gonna go full on with like the folk shit, you know.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, man. So when did Shiloh officially start?
2011 was our first show. Yeah, but then I like left Chicago and moved to California for a year.
Nice.
Oh, I did not know this
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
I did not know this part of the story.
Yeah, I was there for like a whole year. I lived in Long Beach because I was like running away from Chicago, basically. Like even at that young age, I was just getting into trouble. And
How
I was
old were
like,
you then when you went out to Cali?
20. I was 20.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good age.
Yeah, it's a good age to like, run away, I guess. But I quickly found, I was like, dude, I gotta go back to Chicago because I did love it out there, but
No place like home.
I was afraid. I was like, I can't do this by myself. And like, I had the band Shiloh in Chicago. They were still going without me and like playing shows and stuff. And we would like exchange songs and letters. And they were like expecting me to come back and rejoin the
That's
band.
so cool. So you had like this, relationship like across the states.
Yeah, it was
That was
really
before it became cool to send files back.
Before
COVID,
easy.
man.
Yeah, like I still have like a nice little thing that they made me. They printed out like 50 pictures because like we used to use disposable cameras a bunch, and they gave me like a whole 3 months worth of disposable camera pictures and mailed it to me, so I could like feel like I was part of it.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
It's really cool.
So it's like you were still part of the band.
Yeah, exactly. And because we had like, let's see, how did this work out? We made a record. Let's see, they made a record while I was in California, but I came back for 2 weeks in November of 2011 to add my songs to the record. I flew back to Chicago. We recorded it and mixed it and mastered it. I went back to California. Then in December, they played the release show, and they were like, well, you got to come back to play the release show. So I came back for like 3 days and played. I felt like a rock star, but it was like so stupid because
cool, man.
it was like just a regular DIY release show. It was nothing special, but I'm flying back from
Honestly,
fucking
man, those
California.
DIY shows are special.
Yeah. I mean,
there's
yeah.
so many special shows,
Yeah.
and I can't even begin to list like
They're
the
special.
amount of amazing bands I've seen,
Yeah.
I saw.
Yeah.
Let alone just being here in Chicago for whatever, involved in the scene for 6 years, maybe 8.
Yeah.
Because I was in and out too. A lot of us, were, and it's like. But it's there's so much talent here, man, and there's
it's
so much
incredible.
great musicians.
I'm constantly blown away by just like the amount of like talent just in the city. Like you would never know. I mean, and it's hard for people to get their word out. I'm constantly coming across people who are like fairly popular that I've just never heard of. And I'm like, how have I never heard of this guy? Like this one dude, what's his name? Riley Walker or something. He's like a really good guitar player.
Shout out to
that I've
Riley.
never heard of.
Yeah. Speaking of talent, man, your latest tape, dude, "Trash Your Life" by Old Joy, man. Fucking fantastic, bro.
Yeah, it was a great.
Like I've literally
Thank you.
been spinning this, man, and I love it. And the all this like extra, if you guys want to check it out, he added like all this extra content and like lyrics and stuff that's included with the tape, which I was not even expecting.
Yeah.
Like, when I got home and I opened the
Wasn't either.
packaging and everything, I was already listening to the album, but that
Nice.
that was like an extra treat on top of it all, man.
You have incredible
This-
handwriting as far as actually notating music is concerned.
Yeah.
So many people just scribble this shit.
Yeah.
So you actually know like enough
But
music
A little
to
bit.
notate.
A little bit, yeah. I was much more in
There's-
practice, like back when I was in college for it. But
So much good tracks on here.
Yeah.
Dude, Hook, Line, and Sinking.
yeah,
I fucking love that song. When did you write that one? If you guys want to check out the tape.
I wrote that in 2016, like that summer. But yeah, thanks, dude. I'm glad.
Yeah, man.
I actually really very pleasantly surprised that people seem to like it. I feel like
It's really great.
Yeah, too often I live in my own world, so.
No, bro, it's fantastic. Take us through the process a little bit. What was the beginning of like the creation for that record till now?
Well,
to the release.
I don't even. That's a long story. I'll try.
You don't have to
I'll
go.
try
You don't have to
keep
go
it
too
short.
deep,
Yeah.
but like.
But yeah, basically, man, we just like I don't know. It's hard with this band because it's like it's not really a band now. It's kind of like just my project. But it started off with the full intention of being like a band, like a rock band.
Oh yeah.
Basically, I met this guy. So just full disclosure, like as I'm sure anyone who has listened to my music or like heard me talk at all about myself, I have been a part of the criminal justice system, but on the wrong side of the bars. I'm pretty open about that and like not embarrassed by it because it's mostly in the past. But
hey man, shit happens.
It does.
You know, it's
Well, that's fascinating. I mean, like, what was it like? And
well, we can get into that, but basically, just to get back to like how this album came about, I met a guy when I was in jail who became very quickly like one of my best friends. Because the way we met was like he was in the bathroom singing a Replacement song, and it was like it was a deep ass cut too. Wow. It was not a well known song, and I was like, "Fuck, is that the Replacements?" And I go in there, this short ass kid just like singing the song. I'm like, "Dude, I fucking love the Replacements." He's like, "Oh yeah, me too. Fuck yeah." Like, we just became friends right away. So we wrote a bunch of songs together in jail, and like we learned more about each other. And he used to be in a hardcore band called Kulo. He was the drummer, and I used to be in Shiloh. So we were like, all right, well, when we get out of jail, we have to start a band. It's gonna be like super fucking cool because we have this badass backstory where we met in jail and shit.
That's great.
So like
so badass.
It is, but it has this kind of a sad ending because he ended up dying like in 2016 after I had written most of these songs. And so like he was the drummer of Old Joy, but then our bass player switched to drums and we like created a new lineup. And really like that, him dying like really fucked me up because I had never like met his parents or anything until I went to his funeral, and I met his mom for the first time there, and she was like, "You're Alex, like Sean talked about you all the time, like he really loved, you know, doing your music stuff together." She was like, "You have to do this," you know, which is kind of a heavy thing to say to me, but at the same time, that was also the vibe I was getting. I'm like, I just have to make it happen. I can't keep fucking shit up, you know.
Finish the album.
Yeah, so like I even start the album really because we hadn't even started it. He's not on the record at all, but it's like for him basically. It's what he would have hopefully wanted us to make because he was really into like the Jesus and Mary chain and stuff. And at the time I was super into Teenage Fan Club, so we were like, let's maybe like try to combine those two bands. And we didn't really hit the mark, but we did. We tried, and that was fun. So
that's really something special, man.
Yeah.
This, I mean, and I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah,
I
dude,
really deeply am. But it really comes out in this record, man. There's some real powerful songs
Thank you.
on there, and overall just an emotional journey. You can feel that throughout the record for sure.
Yeah, my dad told me that it was very sad. I'm like, yeah.
All right, Dad. Shout out to Dad, man. What's up?
Old Joy.
But yeah, I don't know. I respect that man's opinion. Me and my dad actually made a record together last year. That was kind of crazy.
Wow. What does he play?
He's not really. I mean, he's more of a writer. Like he likes to write stuff. And so he started like writing songs. They weren't really songs, they were just lyrics, and he would send them to me and be like, "Hey, can you make this into a song?" And so
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, so like I started doing that for him, and then he actually works for USAID, so he's not in the country a lot, but he came back to Chicago for 2 weeks last summer because of all the COVID crap, and he was like, "Hey, if I pay for studio time, do you think we could like go and record my songs?"
Wow,
Wow,
man.
Shout
out to Dad,
Cool.
man.
I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Let's do it. So I just got some people together and we went into Jam Deck and made a 5-song record of songs that he had written. So that was kind of cool. Actually.
Jam Deck is in Chicago?
Yeah, Jam Deck the studio.
I haven't heard of it.
Yeah. It used to be called Minball Studios.
Where's it by?
It's right there by Sacramento and Chicago Avenue. It's like right on the corner over there. It's pretty cool, man. It's like as far as like real studios go, it's like one of the more affordable options. And also, Doug, the guy who owns it, is just a super good, cool, chill engineer. Cool. Very easy to work with. Shout out to Doug.
Are they still open?
Yeah, they're still.
Yeah, shout out to Doug.
I'm
man.
working on LP2 there right now.
Definitely
actually.
have to check it out. Because we're always want to get into new studios and new places and
Jam Deck's
do a lot. Yeah,
Jam Deck's the spot.
That's awesome, brother.
Yeah.
As far as shows for this record or jamming or live performances, you have anything in the works?
I'm trying to set up like a live stream acoustic show. I've talked to some people about playing it. Honestly, like I'm really out of practice of booking shows.
Yeah.
The old me would have like already had that all set up, and then like as soon as the album came out,
you were on top of it with the.
I would say I was like even through all the bullshit. I mean, playing shows is my favorite thing in the world.
That's fascinating, man. Because I've seen you. I'd always see one of your bands like on the bill at some DIY spot or whatever. I was very impressed, but I didn't know you were doing all the booking. That's very impressive.
Yeah, who else is gonna do that? It's not me. It's just not gonna happen.
Dude, good on you, man. That's the grind. It shows and it pays off, man.
You know, that's
really
funny though that like you say that, because I never even thought of myself as someone who like works extra hard. I constantly see other people and I'm like, damn, I should be like at that level, you know. But it's good to hear like, you know, that at least some people think that I'm a hard worker.
No, that's great, man. And shout out to, I see Dark Circles, man.
Yeah,
Chris
is
love
awesome.
all these guys. Yeah, dude, I love Chris, man. Shout out to Chris Lee. I miss that guy so much.
He hand did all the Old Joy on the cassettes like by hand.
Wow. Yeah, man. And Dark Circles, actually, they put out the last Narwave album.
Yeah, Chris is great.
And Chris was awesome about it. And all those cats. It's good stuff. When did they decide to go through with the press?
Well, I mean, I talked to Chris about pressing this like probably over a year ago, maybe even like a year and a half ago. It's been a really slow-moving process with this record. Well, we had finished tracking it by like
number 40
September of 2017. So like I've been sitting on it for a long time, just trying to get my own.
It's gotta feel so good to
dude.
get that out.
It's a huge weight off my shoulders. Just like okay, my record is out now. I can move on and keep doing other stuff. You know.
It's huge, bro.
I finally feel like I'm a real musician, you know, because I did have records out with other bands, but like this is like my shit.
Where you actually, sat through everything.
Yeah, so
the work shows, man. I mean, I read just like your bio for the album, and then the song descriptions, and then just the musical notation and just the lyrics, and it is hard work that you put into it.
Thanks,
and just also like the honesty and authenticity of just like actually, you know,
it's huge.
I went back and forth a lot about like whether or not I should include any of this, because I felt like it was like a little, I don't know, grandstandy or whatever. Like I read it back over
it
while I was stoned, and I was like,
I really like
I can't fucking send this shit.
No, you're a good writer too.
But yeah, thanks, man. But at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? I went through all of this. I put all this shit together. I might as well fucking send it. Because not that many people pre-ordered, so I was like, I might as well do something really special for the people who did pre-order and be like, come into my world. Like, this is the kind of shit that I was dealing with when I was trying to write this bullshit. So, but yeah, I mean, I am proud of it. I'm happy that I did it, I guess. So yeah,
so really cool, so badass, man. Badass.
Yeah, I feel like I was a little too honest at some points, but you know.
No, it's good, man. The more honest, the better.
Man. I think it's beautiful.
Nice. You know. But just
great stuff, man. Real quick, side note to our sponsorships on episode 16. Lately, we decided to go with the Waterloo. So shout out to LaCroix. We still do love you, but Waterloo, you are official. Oh shit. You're officially number one. Look, just like that, go right to number one. And shout out to Mom. What's up, Mom? Thanks so much for the Cheez-Its. She bought us these hot and spicy Cheez-Its.
Thank you, Miss
Brought
Russell.
to you directly from the Cheez-It factory. In
shout out to Dylan.
Shout out to Dylan, man. Yeah, our buddy Dylan Trekker is working on the next Rock Radio sign. He's been working on it since episode 3. But it will eventually get done, man.
I'm kind of a fan of the old sign. I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's
cool.
definitely growing on us.
It's authentic. Like it's honest.
It was the very first thing we did. Like we just kind of, I literally brought that piece of cardboard from work, I think from Trader Joe's, and then we just took, shout out to TJ's, and we just took a Sharpie and we just drew it up. Man.
It's funny how when you give something a name, like it gives it power, you know?
Yeah.
Like you made the sign, now this room is fucking rock radio.
Yeah, man. And also thematic, this is where we practice. Where's thematic practices and throws down, man.
It's a nice spot.
Yeah, bro. Well, dude, I am so excited to see what you do going forward, and you've already put out such good music, and I've admired you and seeing you progress and rock the fuck out in Chicago here.
That's what it's about.
And this is just such an honor, man, to have you on the podcast and here on an episode.
Yeah.
It's baller.
I get to live my dream of being on a podcast. I might not have my own just yet, but it's fucking cool.
Dude, let me know when you do.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I would love to see you.
I've had so many like ideas, like the history ones that we were talking about.
Speaking of that, bring us through the name of Shiloh.
Oh yeah, Shiloh. Yeah, I read this book by this guy named Shelby Foote, who's kind of like I don't want to say that he's like a neo-Confederate, because he's definitely not, but I've learned things about him that made me a little suspicious of his motivations. However, I will say that this book is fucking badass. He wrote a book called Shiloh, and it tells the story of the Battle of Shiloh from the perspectives of like 8 different soldiers, basically. It goes through, goes through the whole day, and then goes back to the beginning and talks from someone else's perspective. And I read it when I was like 17, and it was it just hit me. It's like, sometimes you read something or you see a movie at the right time and you're just like, damn, like that affected me, actually. And so like that, I thought, back in the day, I had some whole grand theory of like, oh, Shiloh represents the futility of humanity, and it's like they fucking fought this whole battle, and 100,000 people died, but no ground was gained, and no strategic advantage was gained by either side. So it's like that was my original Shiloh. That's our band name. It's pointless to be alive, but like I don't know.
There's some branding, man.
But then everyone just was like, Shiloh? You mean like the dog? Like the beetle? And I'm just like, no, but fuck. I can see where this is going. There was even a show poster where they listed us, and above our name was a picture of the fucking beagle, which I was like, come on, guys. Like, that's not the kind of brand that we want to... But that's fine. I guess it's better than a picture of like a giant bayonet hole in someone's just dead bodies, corpses as far as you can see.
That's awesome. When did the name Old Joy come to you?
Old Joy actually was a short story that I read in college that I just really loved. Kind of the same thing. I don't know, for some reason I just love stealing names from other people's books.
I like it, man. That's cool. No,
that's really my whole thing. That's how I write songs.
That's
too.
not the
Just
first
don't
band
tell anybody. But yeah.
What was the short story about?
So it's about these 2 friends who reconnect after like they were friends when they were younger, and now they both have had their own lives, and they meet up and they go on this like hiking trip through the mountains. Actually, they made it into a movie with Bonnie Prince Billy. That guy Will Oldham plays one of the main characters in the movie. It's a good movie. The story I think is better because it's more condensed. The movie is just like a lot of morose long shots of like dudes just like walking in the woods. But it's a good movie. But I just took it from that book because, and also like when we were in jail, me and Sean, we like wrote down a bunch of different potential band names, and we're just considering the merits of them. And Old Joy just kind of struck out to both of us because we both could like immediately relate to that idea, I guess, without even like needing to spell it out. It's just kind of like the happiness you once had, you'll never have it again, and you can't go looking for something that's already happened. I guess it's like the whole idea of you can't go home again, like you were talking about like doing the
But
wrong
you can
line.
revisit memories.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's an older
right,
show.
but it's just not going to be the same. Like you could try to recreate the same exact situation where like you first met your ex-girlfriend or something, but even if you do go through the whole run through the motions, you're not going to have the same feeling. So it's kind of like you just got to let some things go and appreciate them for what they are. And
that's heavy, man. Well said.
Yeah,
really well said. What made you go with this front cover?
That's
How'd
a
you
great
come up with the cover art?
Thanks. That's actually my friend Sid McVicker.
Woo! Shout out to Sid, baby.
Yeah, they did the album art because they had been doing collages like that for a long time, like very simple, sparse collages, which I really loved. I'm a huge fan of the collage as an art form, but whenever I make them, they're just insane. They're like, there's so much shit going on. And I really liked Sid's ability to just like distill it down. Like there's only like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different pictures on this, but they made it in a way that I really like it. And then my friend Carly Forehand, she's done art for me in the past. She did like the logo that we've been using. Just like
That's a great logo,
cursive writing.
Yeah.
So, and then we just put them together. So, yeah.
Well, Alex, man, congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Fantastic job. And right about this time, this is when we break away and we're going to rock the fuck out.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
And then we'll come back for a wrap up.
All right. Sounds sweet.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Peace.
If you got it, good. If you don't, goodbye. I ain't getting shit from an empty guise. I know how it feels to spin behind your wheels. Feels alright at first, besides a mighty thirst. You can make a plan, you can make a plan. When the world needs two, you're the only one. Fog and rain and smoke and mirrors and better jokes. Versatility and your first endeavor is the first thing that you'll need. You've gotta be seen over the bridge like in a dream. Paint all your shields, a halogen cross. Toss him a butt, he's drunk and he's lost. I remember you in a sitco lot at noon. Sunshine and black hair, baby hair. If you have to ask, then you'll never find what we're looking for. I'll show you the door. Check out our top picnics, all spiritually sick. If you're morally bankrupt, that's a plus. It means you're one of us. Gotta be seen over the bridge like in a dream. Paint all your shields, a halogen cross. Toss him a butt, he's drunk and he's lost.
It's crazy because watch this, I guarantee audio
Yo, this is the Rock Radio Round Up. That's right, we are rounding up all the gear, live wires. We are plugging into DAWs. We got tapes here. We got Alex from good old Shiloh.
And
Also
great song,
as
man.
the very
Great
present thrash killer pop punk band, current Old Joy, dude. Old Joy's current project's fucking shredding out there on the streets.
Pop
keeping
punk.
it mean, keeping it real out in the DIY shy.
Hip hop.
Yes, he is the Milkman.
I will bring you milk.
There's a lot of great milkmen out there, but you definitely delivered. And you really delivered on that song, brother.
That was a great song.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, if you got it, right?
Yeah, if you got it, good.
Hold up, I fucked up again, guys. Perfect blooper, I got nothing.
Oh, you totally.
So here we go, we got it really good, here we go. Rock Radio episode 16. Yes, we're doing it again. This is the round up. And that was a blast, man.
Thanks, yeah, I had a really fucking time.
That song tore it up.
If you got it good, and you got it. So
Yeah, everything that's good. If you got it, good, and if you don't, goodbye.
Yeah, I love the song title. Where did that come?
I mean, I guess just like something that you say to people, you know? You're just like, hey kid, if you got it, good. If you don't, goodbye. Get the fuck out of here, you know? That's kind of, basically, like, that song is about, like I'm envisioning, like, a guy going into a job interview for, like, I don't know, like, just the world, like, the world is a cutthroat place, right?
Yeah,
You know?
no, yeah, it is Jesus.
And so it's like, Cheez-Its, that's our sponsor. They know how cutthroat the world can be. So, like, if your throat's getting cut, get a Cheez-It. I don't know. But that song is like, it's like, all right, getting born is a job. Coming into the world is a job. It's like St. Peter is interviewing you, and he's like, do you think you're really cut out for this life? You know, that's what that song to me is. It's like, if you got it good, stay home, goodbye. You know, that was super cool.
When did you write it?
I wrote that a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it's a new one actually. So I kind of downloaded it at home, and then we just did it. That was fucking awesome.
What's your process for songwriting?
Well,
Do you have
yeah, kind of. I mean, some songs just kind of fall into your lap, you know. But for the most part, it's like I'll get like a phrase or like a catchy line or like a hook, and get that first, and then just build off of that. So like for this song, I just had that line: "If you got it, good. If you don't, goodbye." And I was just fucking around with it, and then the melody started taking shape, and that main like, that's kind of, and then that got stuck in my head, and I was like, okay, if it's stuck in my head, then it's worth pursuing. And then and like this one was weird because it took me some time to write it. Usually I write songs like real fast, like one sitting, maybe two. But this one, I kind of molded over a bit, really thought about
it
it.
seemed like you put a lot
That was
of
really
thought
cool,
into
man.
the chord progression. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It really was. It was really neat to just watch you work, man. Because I've seen you on stage and I've seen you, live, but I've never. It's so cool to actually be here and like do an episode with you.
Yeah.
And actually see your songwriting style and
This was
how
fun.
you like just brought it to the table. And epic job, everyone bringing the heat.
I gotta say
chords and everything.
this whole setup is really rad. Like you all
Thanks, man.
just fucking learn a song in a night and then record it, and then you're just like, all right, that's it.
That's it.
That's
That's
radio.
radio.
Yeah.
Rock talk and a song on the spot.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
I don't think any other podcast is doing that. You know?
No.
Yeah.
No,
They can't.
You guys own that one.
Yeah, no, we just decided, like, fuck it, why not? We're going live and thought it was a super cool idea. But I mostly started it because, like, I really wanted to hang out with my musician friends again.
Yeah, it's
and I
great.
really wanted to hang out with people in the scene. And, like, even when I was in Norway and, like, playing shows and stuff, I felt like I didn't really get enough time. And I always wanted to work with other musicians outside of that band. And I felt like I never... we just didn't get the opportunity to. So this was like an awesome like idea where it's like, oh shit, like it'd be awesome to just bring so many people together and just kind of just collect.
And you have a good like setup here too. Like you got a good band that can just learn stuff.
Yeah,
just go for it.
Oh yeah, they're great. Yeah, they're great.
But yeah, man, this is really cool. I don't think anyone else is doing this. No, I know other people who have done like interview podcasts, but this is cool because it's kind of like
You're writing a song. It's part of
it's like a lo-fi audio tree kind of thing, but like more fucked up, which is good. You know?
it raw, dude.
Yeah.
You know, raw and real, and just like
It's one of the ingredients.
like I said, like most of my taste is thrash. I like dirt and like
Trash?
grimy.
Did you say trash?
Yeah, we were totally into thrash. Like Dramatic when we first started, we were like so this like epic psychedelic scream, trash, thrash. Like I don't know, we came a long way.
And then it's like a mighty chorus,
It's been a journey.
I used to love the old Norway Ranger shows too. Like it was always crazy. It was always on good times. I respect someone who knows that a show is more than just playing songs for people. It's like a whole experience.
Yeah, it's like theater.
Yeah. It's its own kind of performance. A rock and roll show. You know, I love it. It's great.
Yeah, man, those were some real good times.
Yeah. Coles. I have very vivid memories at Coles.
Yeah, Coles.
I don't know how vivid they are.
What's the craziest Railway concert you've seen? Because I saw some on YouTube and they're insane. You know, there was like different games. There was one that's like a disco one. There's one we got like different wigs on.
For a while there, we were just changing it up. We were just changing the costume design like almost every show.
Nice.
Which was the one with the white suit and like there was like the disco ball?
That was for
Wild
Consequence
shit,
of the
dude.
Sound.
Yeah.
Consequence of the
that's
Sound.
right.
It was just, I think Treehouse Live, that take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we would change it up for a minute there. And yes, I totally believe in that. And it being like a theater, like taking stage and like really putting on a performance,
show,
you know?
putting
like,
on a
I
fucking
really
show
believe
for
in that.
people. Yeah.
And I can't wait till stuff opens up again. Man.
Yeah, me neither.
Seriously.
Super excited.
And I'm excited to see where this goes, and also to see Old Joy.
It's gonna be weird
Live,
because
man.
I think I'm gonna be doing like solo stuff for a while, like for the
Okay.
foreseeable future. Just like COVID was really rough on the band, and it was hard to like maintain cohesion through COVID. I know a lot of people have had better luck, some have had worse luck, but I think it's gonna be just me solo. I still have people who play with me and stuff, but we'll just see where it goes right now. I'm really like up in the air and I don't have like a standard setup right now, so I'm glad that the album came out, but as for like the future, I'm not sure. It might just be like me with an acoustic or electric guitar for the next few shows. Not to turn anyone off of that, because I'm sure they'll still be good shows, but
No, it's very cool, brother. And excellent songwriting again, even on this song.
Thank you,
Like,
man.
Yeah, this
bringing
album
that to
too,
the
man.
table.
That's the plan. Man. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Just bang out another one like that, man, because that was really good. Man.
Hell yeah.
Why did you start first writing music?
Well, I don't know. I would say, honestly, the simplest answer is that I really love writing. Like, I'm probably a writer first and a musician second. Maybe not so much anymore because I've been doing this for so long. But when I was younger, I was a writer. And I thought, like, I was very insecure. And I felt like people, I don't know, that they didn't think that was cool. I needed immediate gratification. Like, I would read my stories to my friends, but that's like so lame. No one wants to sit there and listen to you read like a 5-page short story. But with songs, you get it right away. You play the song, you see their reaction, they cry, they laugh, whatever, and I'm like, yes, I made you feel something. And I saw that happen. And so that like really drew me to it. Basically, I
When you first started songwriting?
probably like seriously songwriting songs that weren't absolute bullshit. Maybe like 15 years old. Like that was when I wrote like the first couple of songs where I was like, okay, this is actually okay. I wouldn't be embarrassed playing this in front of someone, you know. And I got my start playing in the back of this comic book store in Lansing, Illinois, called Stand Up Comics, and they would put on shows in this weird ass back room. Yeah, dude, like there's a comic book store, and then in the back, I guess it used to be a storeroom, but the owner would just put on shows there, and that was my first ever experience. Yeah, it was dope. Like the first show I ever played there, I think I covered like 6 Beatles songs, and I forgot the lyrics to almost all of them. It was so embarrassing, dude. Yeah. I would just make shit up. Yeah. I was like singing like "You've Got a Face" and just making up my own words, and everyone knew they were wrong, but they just were like, hey dude. Hey dude. Honestly though, I'm glad those people fucking clapped for me, because if they hadn't, who indie comic book store and some idiot kid is fucking up Beatles songs, clap for him because that'll do something for him, you know?
I totally second that. That's awesome, man. Well, that's really cool, man. That's really cool to hear, and it's epic to see where it brought you, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been a journey.
It's been a wild ride, and it's not over yet.
And it really, like I said, this Trash Your Life tape right here in my hands, it's epic, man.
Yeah, I guess I should like probably plug it and tell people if you want to buy it, you could go to oldjoychicago.bandcamp.com. It's on Spotify too. But yeah, Old Joy.
Bandcamp, baby. I love Bandcamp.
Me too. It's great. It's great.
It's on all streaming too.
Yeah, on all
That's great,
iTunes, all that shit. Yeah.
Awesome. Any music videos you gonna do?
Yeah, I actually I really want to. I don't know if I'm gonna do one for this record, but I have 2 singles coming out hopefully at like the end of May, early June, and I want to do a video for one of those.
Coming in hot.
Yeah,
You heard it here.
Yeah, that should be the next. That's probably gonna be the next Old Joy to release those singles. I've been working on a super secret album too. I can't spill the beans too much.
Super secret album.
I like this.
But yeah, me and Hoagie have been working on like a little split. And so
Rock on, bro.
can look forward to that when it comes out at some point this year.
What does he play on it?
Me and him are just like doing everything.
Oh,
just
yeah.
drums, bass, guitar, all the shit. And
So you're like a multi-instrumentalist. You're doing the drums,
Yeah.
you're doing the bass, you're
Yeah.
doing the guitar, you're doing the lead.
Yeah, that's probably what Old Joy is gonna look like more so going forward. Just because it's hard for some reason for me to keep a band together. Just
It's
like
hard to get people together, man.
people they
Yeah.
have their own shit going
It's
on,
challenging.
and and I respect that. But it's like I got to a point where I felt so insecure about like having a band where it's like I don't know if these people are gonna be able to go on tour or play shows, that I just want to make sure that I'm able, if I need to do it all myself,
Yeah.
It's not like I really want to be that guy, but I feel like I kind of have to. Like
you
I
have to.
Yeah.
It's self-sufficiency.
Yeah, exactly. So that I can keep moving forward. Something I said to my friend today was like, I don't want to wait on someone else's permission for me to like succeed. Like if I want to keep moving forward, I just want to be able to do that. So
Nice.
that's what I'm
Nice to
doing.
say.
Yeah.
But I love playing with bands, man. Like tonight was so fucking fun. I haven't done this in a while.
Just jam, just get together with anyone that wants to do something.
Yeah, and like playing shows with bands too is like a whole different world. Like you can get away with some crazy shit with a band. If I was up there by myself, I can't be like wrapping the microphone around my neck or jumping into the audience. Like it just wouldn't make sense. With a band, I can do those things. So
absolutely.
I really hope one day I'll have a band again to just like stage dive.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Once these shows start opening up and places start opening up, man, we'd be happy to help you out.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be good. I have a good feeling about this year. I gotta say.
Absolutely, bro.
I think everyone is like looking forward to moving on, but like in a bigger way than they had thought about themselves before. That's the vibe I get, at least. It seems like everyone I know is starting some new project or like really invested, and they're like, yeah, I'm finally figuring out how to do what I want to do. And that also could be like as we're getting older. Like I just turned 30 in March, so it's like I'm realizing.
Welcome to the Dirty 30s.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, right on. But it's like you get better at figuring out what you want out of life, and like you don't really care so much about like how you appear to other people. You're just like, this is what I want to do. I might look like a failure to you, but it's like, this is my life. I'm the only one who has to live it. So it's like, I got to do what I want to do. I don't want to wake up one day and be like, fuck, I should have done that.
Honestly, I love it, Alex, man. I love the energy. This is the thought process. I love this tape. I love what you're doing. And fuck, man, keep going, dude. Keep rocking it out.
I certainly will. Yeah.
Keep shredding. And, dude, you just like... You got it, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Like I said, this has been a pleasure, and it's been so cool to see you like operate and work and just like put together that song.
It has been super fun. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that
Sneak
song.
peek. It does start with the chord C, G, F.
It has,
man. And Old Joy, Trash Your Life. It's out right now. Go check it out on Bandcamp, all streaming services. I would love to have you on a later episode.
I would love to be back. Yeah.
Once again, that was totally stellar, bro.
Fuck
It was sick.
man.
Good stuff.
Boys,
Anything you want to say to any young, inspiring artists?
I mean, I guess one thing I would say, just don't stop. Just don't ever stop. Like we were talking about earlier, it's a last man standing game or woman standing, and it's like the people who succeed are the ones who just keep going. And it's like, I don't know, you could be bad, but if you keep
suck.
You could suck real hard
For years.
But I promise you that if you keep playing, you will get better, and you will, if not like become a super famous person, like you'll at least be able to live with yourself and be like, I succeeded on my own terms. I think that you just don't give up. I think that's the key, really. So,
Yeah, that's the value.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen, aliens, all conscious cosmic energy.
Yeah.
Alex, the man, Old Joy, Trash Your Life. It's out now. You killed it. Love
Thanks,
your fucking
man.
message, bro. Until next time, y'all. Rock on.
Rock on. Good night.